When you start on day one, you're going to be nowhere near perfect. You have no experience. When you try things out, do not expect to be perfect at them. Stop comparing yourself to what you see online. Hey you guys, it's Ari the doll. You already know what to call me, and I'm back with a new video. Today's video is gonna be you can't get feminine overnight. I'm gonna just get right into it. You can't get feminine overnight. What you see here, years at this point. I was always feminine growing up, but presenting it, years and years. And how I got there, it's not just one thing. I'm gonna start this off with what you see online. Don't compare yourself to what you see online. What you see on TikTok, what you see on Instagram. People use filters, people get their angles, people do everything, like people face tune. What you are seeing is the final product and not the process. Stop comparing yourself to what you see online. Feminization overall takes time. From hormones take time. What you're going through is puberty. Puberty is not a overnight thing. It's like a 4 or 5 year thing. People, when you were younger, you didn't just snap into like an adult body. Like, you went through puberty. When you're feminizing through hormones, that is gonna take time. It's gonna take time for your chest to grow. It's gonna take time for your face to fill. It's gonna take time for your fat to redistribute. It's gonna take time for everything. When you are in the early stages of your like feminine journey, you need to embrace every single milestone. You did a new makeup look, period. You notice a hormone change, note that. You tried a new hairstyle, cute. You wore a skirt, amazing. Call all those wins out. When you acknowledge all those small wins, it makes you feel good. But on top of that, all those small little wins add up, and they add up to a point where it's like you're now seen more and more a certain way because of how you carry yourself. Those are things that you will have to evolve. You need to experiment. You need to find out what looks good on you. Not everybody looks good in certain things. Try that out and figure out what looks good for you. Certain colors might look better on you. Figure that out. And when you are experimenting, be individualistic. Don't do stuff just because other people are doing it. If you want to try something, try it because you want to try it. If you like skirts, give that a try. If you like jeans, give that a try. Skinny jeans, put them on. Yoga pants, put them on. Try what you want to try and what makes you feel feminine. Growth comes from patience and progress takes time. When you start on day one, you're going to be nowhere near perfect because it's like you have no experience. When you try things out, do not expect to be perfect at them. Whether it's fashion and outfits, whether it's makeup, whether it's hair, whether it's nails, whatever it is, do not expect to be perfect. Keep putting in that work. Whether you practice publicly or privately, practice consistently. When you are consistently practicing, over time, you will grow and get better at it. I'm gonna give you a bunch. I'm gonna give you a long list of ways you can develop your femininity. You can develop your femininity by wearing makeup. It doesn't have to be full face. It can be a natural makeup. It can be just your eyebrows, it could be lip gloss, it could be eyelashes, whatever it is, eyeshadow. Makeup is one way you can evolve your femininity. Another way you can develop your femininity, jewelry. Earrings, jewelry make a big difference. That is another way you can experiment and develop that. Your mannerisms, like even, you see how I'm using my hands? I'm not even thinking about when I'm doing that, but that is a feminine thing to do. Work on your mannerisms, develop more feminine mannerisms. And this is not to say you're just mimic and do what feels feminine to you. Your hormones, being on hormones, a lot of feminization will come from that over time. Get a skincare routine. It's really nice to feel pampered and like feminine. And also nice skin. Like, take care of your skin. It will help you be perceived better. Taking care of your hair. Put effort into your hair, style it. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but like You know, maybe slick it into a bun, or like just make sure, just take care of your hair and have it as healthy as possible. Your nails, it doesn't have to be acrylics. It can just be manicures and pedicures. You can even do it at home. Nails that are attended to, that is feminine. Not to say men can't, this isn't even about men, so let me not even. When it comes to your nails, color them, keep them looking clean, keep them looking cute. That'll help you feel feminine, but overall, it will add to your feminine energy. Another way is hair removal, body hair, facial hair. Getting rid of it can help you feel more feminine. It's voice training. When you practice to talk in a higher voice, or when you even speak in a more feminine manner, that is a way you can develop your femininity. And this is not something you're gonna perfect on day one. This is something that takes practice and consistent practice doing. Not only so that you can do it, but so you can feel confident doing it. Your body language, you know, walk with your chest out, like, you know, swing your hips a little bit, like, don't use your shoulders, but like, you know, your body language is another thing. Are you like hunched, like please don't be like, be a lady, cross your legs and stuff like that. Even your facial expressions, like a warm smile can be seen as like feminine, like, see, like literally fashion is a big one, because when it comes to feminine fashion, it's like feminine fashion and male fashion, it's a big difference. And femininity is not just about appearance, it's also about the mental stuff. Work on your emotional intelligence, work on your resilience. Those are feminine traits as well. And live in your truth, like be yourself, be individualistic. That is a feminine trait. Find feminine role models, find people who you believe feminine, and like look up to them, adapt their behaviors, and seek support in those that embrace your femininity and who you feel comfortable being feminine around. It's not a one size fits all. What femininity might be to one person might be something else to another person. What femininity might mean to me might mean something else to you. And like I said earlier, it's not just about how you look, it's about how you carry yourself entirely. Femininity is not just like one thing. It's like an energy, it's like an aura. Embrace the things that might make you feel feminine. What might make you feel feminine might not be things that make me feel feminine, and vice versa. So if you do things that make you feel more in tune with your femininity, make sure you do them more often and you adapt them into your life. And femininity does not require approval. You need to unapologetically be yourself. If you want to be someone who's feminine, embrace that, regardless of what people think. People might be thrown off, people might admire it, people might feel whatever, but you need to unapologetically be you. And when you are feminine, some of the girls and even some of the guys, they might be bothered. They might be bothered because you're doing a good job. They can't get femme like you. Or it's just like, they're kind of like bothered that you feel so confident being yourself, and they might not have that type of confidence. So keep being yourself, keep doing you. People are gonna have opinions. The better and better and better you get at it, the more people will admire it. You might feel like you're stagnant at times, but the more and more you do it, you are always growing. There will come times where you have perfected doing what you do because of how often and how consistent you do it. And the journey prepares you for the end goal. When you finally get to the point of mastering your femininity, whether it's your outfits, whether it's your hair, whether it's your makeup, whether it's the activities and hobbies you do, the person and the mentality of someone who's mastered something is different from someone who's not. So let's say all that work you put in, when you finally get to that point of mastering your femininity, you feel confident, you don't question yourself, you know you got it locked down. You know, that's the person you grow into. If you see someone looking more feminine because of X, Y, and Z, don't compare that to yourself and your journey. Keep working on your femininity and what makes you feel confident, because the more and more you work on yourself, the more and more you will grow. Don't be worried about what the other person's doing. Like where I am today, I started socially transitioning a few years ago. Where I am today is not where I was when I first came out. I learned how to take care of my appearance. I learned how to carry myself a certain way. I learned how to talk a certain way. I learned how to navigate the world as a feminine individual. Through my experiences in the past year, through the self-work I've put in, through the consistently showing up, through the effort, through all of that, that is why I'm here today as who I am today. And this is to tell you that it's not impossible, but it's a conscious effort that you need to put in to master and embrace and develop your femininity. It's not something that just happens overnight. And me, myself, I'm not even at my own end goal, but it's like the more and more you show up for yourself, the more and better and the more natural it becomes. But I didn't want this video to be too long. I just wanted you guys to understand the concept. You don't get feminine overnight. So put in that work, find out what works for you, and thank you for watching The Dolls Offline.